All right. Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Talk. Your New York Rangers locked up the division title by outlasting the Carolina Hurricanes in what was a wild Game 6. It's New York's first division title since the 2014-2015 season, and we're here to talk about it. What up, Ant? We made it to Pod 2, Episode 2. We made it this year, baby.
Never a doubt, huh?
Oh, man, did things get sweaty, huh?
Yeah, got a little tight there, but never a doubt.
Holy shit, bro. What a Game 6 that was. I know you're a Met fan, but everybody, the group chats, everybody was like, it's over. It's over. We're losing. They even, not only did they think that game was over, they also thought that the series was over.
Yeah. I went into that the third period of that Game 6. I'm like, text one of my boys. I'm like, it'll be a wild third. I'm like, I'm probably the only positive person out there. It felt bleak, but I was like, it's gonna be a wild third.
So you had to
get one and then pull the goalie and then see what happens. But yeah, I mean, it was bleak. But what a third period that was. Just insane.
Holy shit. So I talk about playoff moment. I lived through a lot of playoff days being a Yankee fan, and you just remember certain parts of a game, right? When I tell you, you will never forget that third period from Chris Kreider, literally the best A-Rod 09, like an unbelievable moment for him. He deserves it, but to get the hat trick in the third on a clinching game on the road in Carolina, unbelievable.
Yeah, just sick. I mean, the team, like I said, they looked deflated. Game 5 was brutal in my opinion. I think they came out better in 6, but they were still missing something, and you're waiting for that one guy to step up, and he just took over that third period.
Yeah, he really did.
You can't discredit Igor. He made like 3 or 4 great saves to even keep that game alive. It could have been ugly real quick, but take over a third period like that was something special.
He has been incredible. I want to say he's the best goalie left in the playoffs, right? So that's a huge plus. And just to like, that was like a where were you type of moment for that, right? I remember where I'll never forget where I was because unfortunately my son was in the hospital and I was watching it in a hospital bed.
Oh, shit.
So the people on the floor definitely thought we were all crazy. Thank God he's thank God he's okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah. Thank God he is okay. But that was a where were you moment. So where were you? Even though I know, but let's tell the fans, where were you?
I was one of 7,000 crazy fucks inside of MSG. I've never seen 7,000 people sound like 20 in my life. It was 7,000 just psychos, people with their shirts off going absolutely bananas. I mean, when I tell you that third period when they scored that tying goal, it was just like the whole place just erupted. I mean, and then just
break it down
after that.
Break it down for me though a little bit. So it's a viewing party at the Garden. I see it goes on around a lot of the other teams. I see that they do it because they probably have nothing else going on in their building. Luckily, it was a quiet night for MSG. So they put together a viewing party, and only 7,000. I thought there would have been 19 plus.
So here's what they did. I went a couple of years ago, and they sold a little more than that. This year, they only sold the lower bowl.
Okay.
So that's why it was only 7,000. It's $10. Everything goes to the Garden of Dreams as far as ticket wise. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. That's just a write off for them, but that's cool
for doing something right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, 7,000 people. They do the whole production. John Branty sings the anthem. Bob O'Reilly. Wow. You're basically at the game, just without the players.
That is, and it was $10. It was $10. Is that right?
$10. Yeah. $10 anywhere you sit. It's $10.
You had to be a season ticket holder.
Great time, you know.
You had to be a season ticket holder to have that opportunity, or no?
No. I was actually sleeping when they announced it, and hopped on Twitter and I saw it, and anyone could have bought it. So, $10, you're in the Garden, you're getting watch the game with a ton of diehards. It's pretty sick.
That's cool. Concession stands are open.
Everything's open. Beers are flowing.
But beers are still $15.
That's still $15.
Wow. I'm thinking they would catch you a little deal or something like that.
And I probably spent $1.50 on beer.
You were gonna need some more.
$10.
Yeah, you were definitely gonna need some more. So here we are. We got to the next round. We're in the Eastern Conference Championship. Sorry to all the Knicks fans out there, but don't worry, we'll hold it. We'll hold it down.
It's a good run. We'll take care of it from here.
Yeah, thank you to the Knicks. Seriously, a big thank. You know me. It's a championship, a bust type of mentality. But when it comes down to your Knicks, that was unbelievable for the Knicks. So
yeah, you can't even be mad. I'm not a big basketball guy, so I don't lose sleep over it. But
yeah, I was watching.
It's a good run, and at that point they gave it what they had.
Yeah. So the Rangers win the game. Epic. Never forget it. All right, let's move on. We go into the locker room. Little speech, couple words. Kreider said the show goes on. That was his quote, right? The show goes on. Dude, where's the champagne? Am I missing something here?
I might be in the minority. I don't want champagne until we win the whole thing.
Bro.
I'm not a big like baseball. I think it's so overdone.
Baseball, slow down. Basketball, they're friggin' popping champagne for an in-season tournament. Let that sink in a second. An in-season tournament that LeBron James is sitting there with the deuces popping champagne. Are you kidding me?
I agree, that's crazy.
Yeah, not even a shot, nothing. I'm like, where is it? Jeter was a big. No, job's not done yet. So Jeter did do that in baseball for a long time. But I'm like, dude, that was like an epic situation that we just went through. And they just went, all right, show goes on. Like, all right.
Hockey, I guess, this team, especially with this team, they're all business at this point. They've been there. They've had their heartbreaks. They're not here to win rounds. They're here to win it all. One of those things. I think the guys probably enjoy beers on the plane on the way home.
Okay.
And go back to it. I'm just, and I agree with it.
I agree too.
Baseball, basketball, like win a wild card game, and then you got to play the next day. You're popping champagne in the locker room.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm for it.
You're for it because you're a hockey guy. But when I was just looking at it, and I'm like, dude, like, are we celebrating tonight? I would have wrecked it. I thought we were gonna wreck that locker room. Like, nah, they just came in with a little.
I mean, I went out for beers.
Yeah. a little Dyson, and they were out of there. A little clean up, and they're done. So I was just laughing.
I guess
I was just laughing because I remember during the NBA season when LeBron James was popping champagne for the in-season tournament. I was cracking up about it. And then we're here. We just won a divisional round, a big moment, and they're all just like, yeah, like, good job. Show goes on. It was just so funny.
Job's not done.
It was just so funny to me. And yeah, the job isn't done. We've been here before, right? So
exactly.
We have to get to the next step, and in front of us is New York South, as I would call it, is the Florida Panthers, and they've been a wrecking ball, that team.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do we have? What task is in front of us? What do we have to do in this series that we weren't doing in last series to possibly get game one Wednesday night?
Yeah, so this team is Florida that obviously went to the Cup last year. Started off a little slow this year, probably just because of that run they had last year. It was a lot of guys banged up for them. They're good. They're pretty much, I've been calling them Carolina on steroids with a better goalie.
Okay.
So you're gonna need Igor to stick to what he's doing. You're gonna need your top guys to step up. They're pretty deep as well. So they're probably a little looser offensively and defensively, which probably benefits the Rangers. Allows their game to open up a little bit, not be so. They're not as defensive minded as Carolina. I think that'll help them. Got to rely on speed, guys like Roslovic, stuff like that, where they can use their speed to make some plays. But Florida team's tough. They're going to be one of those teams that after every whistle, they're just causing shit. You know, they're just going to be whacking Igor. They're going to be. You're going to hate Matthew Tkachuk after like 5 minutes. He's going to be like that new villain.
Okay.
You haven't had a team like played them like Washington. We've played over the years. Carolina, obviously, this was the second time around. Actually, third if you count the bubble.
Yep.
So there's some hate there. There really isn't hate with Florida yet, but it'll happen real quick. You'll see.
So Kachuk is the one we have to watch out for, because that was my next question. Tell us who we have to look out for on this team.
Yeah, they're deep. They got guys who could score: Verhaeghe, Sam Bennett, Kachuk, Markov. They're deep. They had Tarasenko.
Yep.
And he's playing. You know, he's not even like their main guy. So they got guys that could score pretty at will. So shut these guys down. Kachuk's a good player, and he's also a pest. So
I'm worried about the pest. I'm worried about the pest because I don't know. It doesn't look like the 12th forward is going to be Rempe. So
yeah, it looks like Heedle's going to be a go, which mine, like I said, speed's going to be important in the series as well. So
Heedle looked great. Heedle looked great for that time that he was out there. I guess they just pushed the envelope a little too fast, I guess.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought he was out for whatever most of the season.
Yeah,
like 90% of the season he was out. He stepped in pretty well. Maybe the first period and a half he looked a little off, but third period he was flying.
But yeah, he was flying though. But is he that fighter? Is he the fighter? It sounds like we might need that enforcer this series.
Yeah, I agree. Like maybe at home game one, I would have played Rempe just to see how the series feels out. But maybe they're just at this stage of the game, and you really the guy is only going to play 6 minutes. You know,
yeah, just
that's
go with
probably
skill.
their mindset. Listen, I mean, for the most part, they're relatively healthy. We have some options to go to, which is good. So we'll take it one game at a time.
Oh yeah, and we can't get too high when you go up 3-0. I'll tell you that, right? Holy shit.
You learn that pretty quick, right?
Oh man. So I'm hearing Blake Wheeler though. Sounds like he might be back.
Wheeler's practicing. He's sounds like he's itching to get in. I don't mind if he keeps his suit on. Just the guys about his experience, you know.
Okay.
I think if we see him, it's probably because someone's hurt, and that's probably not good. But guy's been through it. There's worse options to have than to have him as a depth guy.
All right, I like that. I like it. I know.
Seasoned vet.
Yeah, that's what I heard all day today. Everybody was saying, well, he's a veteran. He's been there. He's done this. He should get the nod. That's what I keep hearing is he should get the nod.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty underwhelming all year. I mean, but for what they signed him for, you couldn't really be mad at his role. I mean, they've been playing well without him. So, you know, just keep it rolling. If you need him, he's that next man up.
Yeah, you win seven straight to start a playoff. You don't want to touch a single thing, you know. Then you lose back to back, and you get worried.
Isn't it crazy? You win 7 straight, and then it's like you lose one, the world's falling.
Oh yeah, especially being New York.
It sure as hell felt like that for a little bit.
Yeah, no, it did because you just kept hearing that. Yeah, and listen, and we were getting that we got outplayed a lot in that series. I gotta say, like, you know, just watching the shift after shift. I don't know how the hell we pulled it out at one point.
Yeah. I mean, in retrospect, you look back at the series, the first 3 games could have went either way, you know.
Definitely.
Lucky we got up to that 3-0 lead, and then they were going to fight back, you know. They game 4. I think game 4 out of 4, 5, and 6 was probably their best game besides
Correct.
the first 10 minutes. But they give up the late goal there, and then they get some life. Game 5 was a dud. Rumors about a flu bug going around the room in game 5, but no excuses.
Around the ranges?
Yeah, they said game 5 there was a couple guys that were, I mean, they sure as hell looked like it. Game 5 was pretty ugly.
Yeah.
But good to see them, you know. Finally, they needed some adversity, you know. Go 7-0, you start off 7-0, and then a little too comfortable, start into bad habits and stuff. So good to see them realize that, hit the adversity, and then try to actually that game, that third period, I think they hit that desperation level where they're like,
Yeah,
we gotta get
that's
this fucking done.
that. And if that's their desperation, if when it gets to desperation like that, if that's the way they're going to show up, there's no doubt about it. We're going to the Stanley Cup. In my eyes, you're not
Yep.
stopping that. That was just fucking wild. That was wild. A light switch and wild.
Yeah. So third period, like I said, I wasn't like confident, but if they didn't come out in that third period with some sort of fight,
Mm-hmm.
it was an issue, and they did, and they were a little snake bitten. Kreider gets that fluky one to start it. Sometimes you just need to see one go in, and then gets the horses going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looking forward to it though, man. We have another week. We have another week or so of hockey. That's the best part. I'm gonna drop your handles. I'm gonna drop your Twitters and your TikToks or whatever in the bio because you've been on fire, bro. But your Twitters, you're getting some views, dude.
Yeah, no, I've been posting just the experience inside the Garden because the place is electric right now.
Uh-huh.
I love my Bob O'Reilly intro, so I've been trying to record that anytime I go.
Uh-huh.
Trying to get as much as I could, but also enjoy the game at the same time. I don't want to be that guy that's sitting on his phone trying to capture every moment,
No, absolutely. We always used to say that at the raves. Absolutely. You have to enjoy it because you don't know. We don't know when you're going to get back to that moment. You don't know when you're going to get back to a game one, which I'm sure you're going to Wednesday night. What's your schedule? Are you taking the trip?
So Wednesday, I'm actually going the opposite way. I'll be in Florida.
No way.
I won't be at 1. I won't be at 2. I'm supposed to fly home Sunday, so I might change my flight.
Oh my goodness! What do you got going on? Bachelor party or something?
Nah, just a family trip planned for a little bit. So
oh shit, bro!
I'll be in enemy territory for a little bit. But, I'll be repping hard.
I guess you didn't think they were gonna get there, or how do we plan a family trip in the middle of the freaking playoffs, bud?
I know. I freaking knew
just stick to it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just that's it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yep. So I'll be repping. I'll be watching, and then I'll be back home for Game 5 definitely.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you're not even gonna get to any games while you're down there.
I'm gonna try to go to 3 if I can swing it because I'm supposed to fly home on Sunday, which is Game 3, and then
okay,
see if I can work it out. But the Monday's Memorial Day, so the price is a little crazy.
Yeah, before the season, before the series ended, I was looking at Florida, and it was like 4 and change. It got locked up. It went to 8 for like this to see like.
Yeah, I think it went down a little bit now though. Last I checked, I think it was only like $250.
Oh, right. But for upstairs or something like that, or
yeah, it's cheapest get in. But
okay.
Yeah. Figured Florida would be a little cheaper, but it'll be old New Yorkers there.
I was just gonna say you're competing with a lot of New York money too, for sure. You know,
absolutely.
So I'm feeling like if the Rangers fans step up in Florida, dude, we could take that place over for real.
Yeah, I've been there for a Ranger game before, and it's at least 60% Ranger fans.
Like if that's happening in a playoff game, that's wild.
Yeah. I mean,
they're gonna try to pull some stunts.
I think we showed up, but I think it might be worse in Florida.
Right?
Yeah, it's usually a good showing over there. So
that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm freaking praying for. That would just be sick. That would be the
take as much home ice as we can.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone's talking about the tickets here in New York. I seen courtside for the Knicks yesterday. Game 7 was like 38,000 or something like that. To courtside, that is wild. But at the end of the day, it's the friggin' sports mecca of the world. It's New York City for a Game 7. I don't know. I don't think it should be 40 grand, but still, we should be at the highest
for the second round,
right? Imagine the Stanley Cup. Imagine a finals, an NBA finals there. With oh my god, what crazy. $1 million, like $500K? Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know. Well, all right, man. We have to. We'll see the schedule. It sounds like you're busy, but we'll try to see if we could hop on maybe after 3 or something like that to see where we're at. I know it's hard to talk. I know it's hard to talk in the midst of a series because your emotions are flying. If like the guys on the radio, everyone's like, "Oh, he made a bad take." Bro, the guys are talking every day. Your emotions are fucking up and down, up and down. What are you gonna do?
Highs to highs, lows to lows.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. And like I said, you're a Met fan, so you know the lows. You definitely know the lows. Might shed a tear like
Talk to me after a win.
Edwin
It's
Diaz.
like
Yeah.
the happiest kid in the world.
Right.
After a loss, you can't even talk to me.
Right. It's true though. They definitely control our emotions throughout the days. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, baby. Well, let's get after it. I hope everybody checks in again. Once again, I'm going to drop Ann's socials on everything. We're going to post all your socials because I see you getting some traction on there, and we want to get that out there because you are that guy. You are the fan. I wanted to do this talk episode with a fan, not a stats guy. We could bring somebody in. You could call Lepresti and go get the stats and all this other shit, or listen to Biz fucking cry his eyes out. This is a real New York style fandom. Not bandwagon whatsoever. This is the real deal. So so happy you did this with me again, and let's get after it, man, baby. So you got Rangers in
going 7. It's gonna be a tough one, but we're gonna pull it out.
All right. It's easy to say. If the Rangers fans do show up like I think they're going to in Florida, I got Rangers in 5. So I'm going to be a little crazy. I'm going to be a little crazy with it. I got Rangers in 5 to go to the Cup, and let's do it, baby.
That's good.
Let's go. Thanks for doing this, Ed. See ya.
Rangers.
Peace.